How are you feeling after your last fight with Donna Marie?
Feeling pretty good overall. A few things are a little sore. My hand's a little sore. My ankle's a little sore. But I'm itching to get back into training. Take me a couple more weeks before I'm back at 100%.
Is a loss always a loss, or does that loss hurt more?
Every loss sucks. I mean, that's always the case. It always stings a little bit, but it's the way it goes. We can't win every single fight. As long as I'm happy with my performance, which if I train hard and I fight hard, then I'm happy. I really don't care win or loss. I mean, obviously you'd like to win them all, but it's more about like how training went. Just sometimes you have a bumpy road. Sometimes you have a hard training camp and you fight the best of your ability, and sometimes you come up short, sometimes you win. It's the way it goes.
Now, a little over a year ago, you were briefly tied to Diego Sanchez.
Yep.
That didn't happen, but of course, a very fan-friendly fight. How do you feel about that one?
I would love that fight. I think that would be an awesome fight. We had talked about maybe doing that next, but it really comes down to time. I want to make sure that so like my last fight, I didn't get to put in the best last couple weeks. So going forward, I want to make sure my hand's 100%. I don't want to try and rush things. You hear all the time about guys, they hurt their hand and then it becomes a plague and they're constantly re-injuring themselves. And I don't want that to be me. So if I have to take a little bit extra time now to let my hand recover, I'm going to do that. If Diego wants to wait or if he wants to fight someone else and then we fight, I'm down for that. But I think that would be a really exciting fight. People were going crazy for that fight. I think it'd be a good one.
So what's a realistic window for your return to the Octagon?
It depends on my hand. I have to. I'll probably won't start boxing for the next month. Punching with it, and if that feels good, maybe fight. Maybe late April, maybe May. If it's a little sore, it doesn't go so well. Maybe a little longer.
Do you have a personal list of do-overs you like to do, like certain opponents that maybe you like to call for again for a second shot at? Does it matter to you?
Every fight I ever lost, I want to do over. From Pettis to Soteropoulos to Johnson to Dunham, like every single fight. I think that I'm pretty good at breaking down tape, pretty good at kind of strategy stuff. And sometimes we had a great strategy, sometimes we didn't. And all the fights I lost, obviously we didn't have the best strategy. It didn't work out for us. So I think anyone that I lost to, I would love to get that one back. But I also think that rematches are kind of boring sometimes. I think about opponents so much, and I'm getting kind of sick of thinking about them by the time the fight happens. Like win or lose, I have like this huge weight off my shoulders because I don't have to worry about that guy. I don't have to think about him. I don't have to look at his face. Nothing. It's just gone. It's away. So it's kind of nice just focusing on new guys. And most people don't care about rematches. Occasionally there's a fight that's super close and it deems a rematch, but for the most part, I don't care. I think I'm gonna have good, exciting fights no matter who I fight.